My dear young friends, I spent decades in the world of finance, built companies, made real estate investments, and today I want to share with you the most critical lesson those years taught me. A high income will not make you wealthy. I didn't read this in books. I witnessed it firsthand. I lived it myself. Throughout my career, I came to know doctors, lawyers, and senior executives who earned extraordinary salaries and couldn't save a single penny. Imagine a doctor in Chicago earning $380,000 a year. She pulls up in her leased BMW. Her kids go to private school. She eats out most nights of the week. And when an emergency hits, she can't come up with $5,000 in cash? Sounds absurd, doesn't it? But this is absolutely real. According to Goldman Sachs data, a full 40% of people earning $500,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck. 40%. These people are not stupid, not uneducated, not ill-intentioned. They have simply fallen into a trap without realizing it. And we call this the high-income poverty trap. So let me explain exactly how this trap works. Once a person reaches a certain income level, their spending rises at the same pace. We call this lifestyle inflation. First, the $15 lunch becomes $25. The Honda turns into a BMW. The perfectly adequate apartment becomes a house with a guest room nobody ever uses. At every step, the person tells themselves, I deserve this, I can afford it. And technically that's true. The math works. But the problem is that while these upgrades keep accumulating, savings stay flat, or often at zero. And once this lifestyle is established, going back feels nearly impossible. Pulling a child out of private school feels unthinkable. Downgrading the car feels like announcing to the world that things have gone wrong. That is precisely why the trap is so dangerous. Once you're inside, getting out feels incredibly hard. Now let me tell you the story of actual millionaires because they behave very differently. Research consistently shows that 90% of real millionaires live in modest neighborhoods. 73% have never carried a credit card balance. 79% built their wealth without relying on inheritance. And most importantly, they consistently direct at least 15% of their income toward investments. This is where the math says something truly striking, my friends. Someone earning $300,000 a year and saving just 5% can accumulate approximately $650,000 over 20 years at a 7% return. But someone with the same income saving 30% reaches $4 million in the same time frame. The difference is exactly $3.35 million. Same income, same time, but different habits, and the outcome is dramatically different. Let's also talk about how social media has made all of this so much harder. People used to compare themselves only to their neighbors. Now, everyone's vacation, new car, and freshly renovated home appears on your screen. And on top of that, these images don't show reality. They show only the most dazzling moments. Someone in the top 5% compares themselves to the top 1% and feels financially inadequate. This comparison pushes people to spend more, and the trap deepens further. My dear young friends, let me tell you this. I have done this work for many long years, and I have watched many people build real wealth, and just as many fail to save anything despite high incomes. The only difference between them comes down to one simple habit. Don't try to save whatever is left after spending. Save first, then spend what remains. This might sound like ordinary advice, but from everything I have seen, this simple habit is a far more powerful wealth-building tool than any high salary. Earning more money will not bring you peace of mind. Learning to hold on to money, that is what will truly set you free. And the earlier you learn this, the greater the advantage you carry with you into life.